Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. First of all, a big thank you to everyone who liked and subscribed from the last video, very much appreciated. I'm actually filming this on Christmas Eve, December the 24th, but by the time you watch this video you'll have probably stuffed yourself full of turkey now. You're vegged out on the sofa. So I hope you had a good one. My Christmas is going to be a quiet one, I think. So the end of another year. And there's been a lot going on, hasn't there? Worldwide, and politics and wars and Trump and everything else. But you'd be pleased to know I'm not going to talk about any of that. There's enough channels on YouTube talking about that. I do find it interesting, but it's not the purpose I set this channel up for. So what I thought I'd talk about today is something that's very close to my heart, and that's mental health. A lot of people shy away from the subject, but the fact is we've all got mental health. For the most part, for most people, we have good positive mental health. I don't think anyone's immune to having spells of poor mental health. My sister, who's passed away some years ago now, had very poor mental health. She suffered most of her life, and it made her life an absolute misery. I also know a few people who have got various mental health issues, and I know they struggle from time to time as well. So I think it's important that we discuss these things, because what I've found is that the majority of people who have poor mental health don't talk about it. They bottle it up, they hide it, and ironically a lot of people with poor mental health project themselves very much as being the life and soul of the party. I know my sister did, and again a couple of my friends do as well. Yet inside there's this terrible battle raging. Earlier in the year I went to one of my advanced bike meetings, and I had a talk from a charity called Mental Health Motorbike, and as the name suggests, they specifically focus on the motorcycle community. And after having watched the presentation, something resonated with me within it for the reasons I've just given you. So I decided to sign up for the mental health first aid course, which is officially recognised. And in April I became a registered mental health first aider for the Mental Health Motorbike charity. And I just want to tell you a little bit about the charity and how it helps people and hopefully it might help some of you. Oh, lovely, thank you very much, pal. I thought you might do that. I was prepared. Yeah, so I thought it might help some of you to get engaged with the charity. And for those who don't need or don't feel they need any mental health support, it might also spur you on to maybe becoming a volunteer. But either way, I think it's important that we talk about it. I say I became a mental health first aid, I think it was April time, and it was more or less just at the beginning of the biking season, although as you can tell I ride bikes all year round. But yeah, so what do we do? Well, first of all, we've got a website. In fact, before I do that, I'll tell you how the charity was formed and why it was formed. The two founding trustees, Paul and Jay, they had a very good friend who took his own life about 5 years ago, and no one knew that he was suffering. So Paul and Jay vowed to the family they would do something to try and help fellow sufferers of poor mental health. So they set up the charity Mental Health Motorbike, and that was in 2020. So the charity's been going about 5.5, almost 6 years now, and they've gone from literally nothing to having over 1,100 registered mental health first aiders around the country, in every region of the country, 100 volunteers who, for one reason and another, have decided not to become mental health first aiders but do help with the charity, fundraising and the like. And we've also got a website, and I'll put the links to the website in the description, so you can maybe have a look at that after you've watched this video. And they also set up a peer support Facebook group, which I checked this morning before coming out, and the group had 4,700 members. Now that peer support group on Facebook is heavily moderated, as I'm sure you'll understand. But what we do is we very much help people talk through or discuss any problems they may have, or indeed problems that maybe members of their family have. And as I say, it is a peer support group, and so many people find it very, very helpful. It's non-judgmental. There are strict rules pertaining to what we can and can't talk about. And if someone's in absolute crisis, then one of the moderators will get them support, and the kind of support that they need. And from personal experience, I know that group has made a big difference to people, particularly when they're in crisis. So the main activity of Mental Health Motorbike is to put ourselves out amongst the motorcycle community. Now that could be biking cafes or events. Anyone who went to Motorcycle Live this year in Birmingham would have seen our stand there, and it was a record-breaking stand for us in terms of contacts and merchandise sold, which is fantastic. So it really shows that there's great support out there from the biking community for the charity. Now I'm an area manager in Yorkshire Dales South area, so if there is anyone in sort of Leeds, north of Leeds, up to around about Leyburn area, who might want to get involved with the charity, please let me know, and I'll point you in the right direction. So yeah, so we go to various events, like for example this year I went to Oliver's Mountain Race meeting. I think I went to 3 meetings there, 2 or 3 meetings. Well, we had the gazebo up and we get engaged with people, and from that this summer we helped a lot of people with their mental health issues, and we also recruited a few people to the charity. In July we were at the Skipton Classic Bike Show, and again had a gazebo there. It was a lovely day, met loads of interesting people, and again helped folk out, and again got some more volunteers. So that's the kind of thing we do. We've also gone to MAG meetings, and these things are happening all over the country through the 1100 or 1200 volunteers and mental health first aiders. So we kept very busy, but it's certainly not a chore. Personally, I find it an absolute privilege to be part of trying to find a solution for people with mental health issues. So as you ride around on your bikes and you go to your biker cafes, you'll probably see either leaflets, business cards, or indeed us volunteers and mental health first aiders around. So please come and talk to us if you see us. Some of us have got a little flag that we attach to our bikes when we parked up, and if you have any problems, or you're just feeling a little bit down and you want someone to talk to, don't be afraid to come and talk to us. That's what we're there for. We're not counsellors, but what we can do is point you in the right direction to get some help if it needs to be that way, or indeed it might just be that you just want to chat to rationalise some things in your head. Go down here, I think. So yes, please take a look at the links in the description, and there's quite a few videos on there explaining what we do And I think there's some case studies in there as well, anonymously obviously. And if you can't find the time to help, perhaps make a donation would be greatly appreciated by everyone in the charity. Because at the end of the day we do save lives. Literally, we save lives. And we need to talk about mental health. Both good mental health and bad mental health. Nothing to be ashamed of. We all go through tough times sometimes. And unfortunately, there are some people who are permanently going through bad times. So with that, I shall say goodbye. All I would say as well is that please be mindful and kind to people, because you never know what's going on inside their minds. And something that you think is maybe quite innocuous. Oh, what's going on here? What's he doing? Oh. Yeah, something that you might think is quite innocuous could just trigger someone in a bad way. So yeah, so please be kind and thoughtful. Why is it indicating right? He's overtaking. No, he's not. He's just pulling out. So with that, I wish you a good day. Please like and subscribe. Be very much appreciated if you did. And I shall catch you on the next one. Cheerio.